Today is Sunday, July 5th. Welcome to episode 24 of the In the Huddle podcast. I'm your host, Kane White. We're a day removed from one of the coolest days in my life, the 250th birthday of the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. I hope everyone out there had a great 4th of July celebrating time with family and friends. How cool to be a part of our country's 250th birthday. I think of moments like George Washington crossing the Delaware on Christmas Eve, the Emancipation Proclamation, the Gold Rush, Jesse Owens dominating the Olympics in 1936, Paul Revere's night ride, Woodstock, the moon landing, allegedly, the Miracle on Ice, Whitney Houston's Super Bowl national anthem, George Bush's first pitch after 9/11 happened. Some great moments that have defined our country's history and just shows the beauty of our country. I saw a stat that there's only a 3.8% chance that you're born in this country, and I am blessed to be born here. I'm going to die here. I'm just a proud American, and I feel very, very patriotic this summer just because of all these amazing things going on. I'm just a proud American. And the past month has really defined how amazing our country is. With all these people from around the world flocking to our country for the World Cup. And I've seen so many videos of people from just all over the world talking about how great our country is. And it just makes me even more proud to be an American when you see people coming in from different places and are enjoying our country and our culture. I got to really experience that firsthand. My little brother and I went down to Dallas for the Argentina versus Austria World Cup group game. We didn't even get tickets into the game, but we wanted to go down and experience what the World Cup was like. And man, it's something that I suggest everybody should do at some point in their life. I know it's kind of late to be able to do that now. We're into the round of 16 of the World Cup, and so it's getting towards the end of the tournament. But man, just to see all these different cultures, blending in together and enjoying this really cool sporting event, and to be a part of that was really awesome. We get down to Dallas, and it was a Sunday night, and we go to the Fan Fest there in Dallas, and I believe Egypt was playing, and then all these people from Egypt watching this game on this huge big screen and just enjoying the American culture. Man, that was super cool to see. And then the next morning we drive to AT&T Stadium, just to embrace the atmosphere around the game of Argentina and Austria. We find ourselves in the Austrian fan march at one point, which was super awesome. We met some friends from Austria that we talked to for almost 2 hours before the game, and they were on a tour of our country. They were going to go to every game that Austria played in. Sadly, our Austrian friends are not in the World Cup anymore. They got beat, but since my little brother and I didn't get tickets, we watched the game at Texas Live, which is this huge open area in between where the Rangers play baseball and where the Dallas Cowboys play, which is where the World Cup game was played. It's very similar to Ballpark Village in St. Louis. If you've ever been there, it's owned by the same company, and we kind of just posted up in there and watched the game on the big screen. And we talked to people from Honduras, Peru, Germany, Argentina, Guatemala, Austria, of course. And man, it was just super cool to see how happy these people were to be taking in this event and enjoying our country's culture. It made me really proud, and it was cool to have conversations with people from different places. I'd never met anybody from Peru or Honduras or Guatemala, and so that was a really awesome experience. We go to this fan shop that they have on the grounds there, my little brother and I, and we wanted to buy some of the merch, some of the jerseys, the USA jerseys, or maybe a German jersey, just because, I've said this multiple times on the podcast. I've got a heart for the German people because of my friend Rasmus over there in Hamburg. And we go into this fan shop and we go to pick up a jersey, man. They're sold out of USA. They're sold out of Germany, sold out of Argentina, sold out of Austria, sold out of England, Scotland, Norway. All these teams' jerseys are sold out. And man, we were pretty bummed out, man, because obviously I'm wearing one, and I'll get to that, how I picked this jersey up. But man, this Team USA Stars and Stripes jersey is pretty sweet. We were kind of bummed out that we couldn't get one, but after the World Cup, we get back from Dallas. I had a little 2-day break and then drove down to Destin, Florida. Went down to the beach for a week with my family, which was, man, such a great time. It was nice to relax and enjoy some quality time with family and friends. But there was a Lids locker room, which is, a sports store there at one of the outlet malls. And, my wife and then mother-in-law were doing some shopping. I was like, I'll just pop into this Lids, see what they have. And I saw this jersey in the window, and I immediately, almost on a dead sprint went in, and there was 2 left, and my goodness, one of them was my size. And so copped the Team USA Stars and Stripes jersey. I'll probably wear this about 2,500 times this summer. And if Team USA keeps winning, I'm not going to wash it. And if they win the World Cup, I'm going to frame it and never wear it again. So pretty cool deal. You know what? I'll say this. If our boys get the job done, 2026 might just go down as a top 5 year in our country's great history. You've got the hockey gold medal that happened that we talked about in the podcast. Florida Georgia Line reunited, which is freaking awesome. I've got a heart for those guys. They were all I listened to in high school and early in my college days, and so Florida Georgia Line's back together. Hopefully, they have a concert close soon. Our 250th birthday of our country, and maybe, just maybe, we can get that World Cup victory. And man, that would be one heck of a celebration in the White household. I tell you that, if our boys can get it done, man, we're looking good. It's been so much fun to watch. Got a big game against Belgium tomorrow. They put us out in 2014, so hopefully we get a little bit of revenge. And then if we can get Belgium, we'll get the winner of Portugal and Spain, which will be a great matchup, whether it be the Spaniards, who are dominant, or Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal team. Don't want to look too far ahead, though. Hopefully we can get the job done against Belgium tomorrow and get this thing into the quarterfinals. Last night, I was scrolling Instagram, after our 4th of July celebration, shooting off some fireworks, and I saw a video that Tom Brady made and put it out on Instagram. And he's recapping the greatest sports moments of our country's history. Man, that was such a well put together video. Man, he hit almost everything that I would agree of being a greatest sports moment in United States history, except for David Freeze's Game 6 walk-off. He left that one out, sadly. So come on, Tom, you got to get David Freeze in there. No, I'm joking, man. Shout out to Tom Brady. He's not going to listen to this podcast, obviously. If it ever reaches Tom Brady, please come on my podcast. That'd be awesome. But go check out that video that Tom Brady made, man. It was really, really awesome. So excited to announce my guest for episode 24. He's been a long-time basketball coach in Northeast Arkansas. We shared a year together on staff at Manila High School. He just won the 3A girls basketball state championship. He's a hoot. He's a hilarious man. He's a great husband. He's a great father and a great basketball coach. Time to get in the huddle with my good friend, Coach Chad LaRose. Did you know there was a former NHL player named Chad LaRose too?
Yes.
Played for the Carolina Hurricanes.
Crazy. I forget when it was, but yeah.
I think it was early 2000s.
Like Google me or something, and it's like, no, it wasn't you. They said you played hockey. I was like, no, not me. But yeah, there's Chad LaRose.
We don't have hockey down here.
No, not at all.
No. Were you baseball, basketball in high school?
I was baseball, basketball. Gave the football a try until I got my bell lit up on kickoff coverage.
Special teams,
and
man.
I was going this way, and the ball, and then
man,
I finished the year, but that was 7th grade. I didn't go back out in 8th grade. That one hit.
Yeah, it'll do it to you.
It did me, yeah.
Yeah, the blind sides suck. My sophomore year, I got knocked smooth out against Nettleton.
Oh, yeah.
And so, hey, that's not fun. That's not fun. Been watching any of the World Cup? There's been a few games Arrowhead.
I have.
I didn't know if you were a soccer guy or not.
Well, I don't know if any of us are soccer guys, but when it's your country, when it's your country, you pull for it. So, watched that one. I don't know where I was, but I got in late I did not see the first score of their last game, but I saw direct kick, indirect kick,
or free kick.
Free kick.
Yeah.
And then, man, I mean, how they make the ball move like that is amazing.
It really is. It really is.
So, yeah.
And we scored that goal down a man.
Yeah, yeah.
We were disadvantaged, bro.
I was pulling in the driveway, and Coach Matheny, and we're in a little group, and he kept saying, "There's no way. That's a horrible call." And of course, I don't know. I know a red card and yellow card, but I don't know what warrants it.
Me either.
So he's like, "There's no way that we're getting hosed on this." So I finally get in there, and yeah, we're down a man, and I mean, you couldn't tell,
right?
Because I mean, there's guys going everywhere, but yeah, man, it's awesome.
That's what I told my wife. I'm like, they were playing so hard on defense.
Oh, I know.
Like there's just guys going from one side of the pitch to the other. I'm using soccer terms. Pitch.
Yeah, no, I've heard that before. Now, would I know what that meant? No, nope. But I've heard it. Yes.
It's super cool that our country is hosting something like this that the world sees.
It's kind of like when they had the Olympics,
right?
Man, just awesome. But now, did I see where you went?
Yes. Yeah. So me and my little brother, we went to Argentina and Austria.
Okay.
So it wasn't even
an American game.
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. Me and my brother have talked about this for years. And when it comes to the U.S., we're going to go to a game. Mm-hmm. Man, so we drive down to Dallas. We get there, and we're waiting to the last second to try to get tickets cheap. You know, people trying to sell them. And, man, my little brother bought a ticket. And I'm not going to say the price, but he was willing to spend a little more than I was.
Right.
Buys the ticket. It doesn't get delivered to his phone.
Oh.
But he got a refund.
Okay.
And so we went to Texas Live. It's like this huge open area in between where the Rangers play and the Cowboys play.
Kind of like
Ballpark Village in St. Louis.
Yep.
And Kansas City has one.
I love at the Power and Light District. I like that.
And so it's the same company. And they're set up the same way. So we watched it in there. We talked to people from Peru, Argentina, Austria, Germany, Honduras, Guatemala. Like, it was super cool. Great atmosphere.
Just the love for your country. Crazy. And of course, everybody's got TikTok now. Everybody's got their reels. But watching some of the videos of the people showing up, and they all like go to the stadium together. I mean,
yes.
I saw the one where they were orange, but it was doing like a time lapse where the street was basically empty. Then all of a sudden, there's like a parade of orange just going in. I mean, it was so crazy.
Funny story. Me and my little brother, we find ourselves in the Austrian fan march that morning. So we're just walking down the road. We're just going to walk around the stadium, check it out. And we see this swath of people in these red jerseys, and we're like, and they start chanting and stuff. We're in the middle of this Austrian fan march, and we were on board. We were about it. So
did they take you in?
No, well, yes, they did. They did. We met some Austrian people over there by Texas Live, and they spoke perfect English because in countries in Europe, they learn English their whole life. Mm-hmm. And, man, they were super cool guys, and they ended up going into the game, obviously. But Austria got beat yesterday, sadly. They're done. But I've got a little bit of piece of my heart for Austria now.
Okay.
Those guys. Okay. So, it was fun.
Well, now, hey, who does USA play now?
We got Belgium.
Okay.
Belgium on Monday.
Okay.
It's going to be a little tough.
And that goes to the final eight or Elite Eight or whatever they call it in soccer.
Yeah, that'll get us to, they call it the round of 8. We would call it the quarterfinals.
Okay.
So little World Cup talk to start it off.
No, I like it.
Did your season tickets for the Chiefs, did that not work for the World Cup, for the Arrowhead games?
They send you an email.
Really?
Say that, you can get, I'm not going to say first priority, but they give you the link ahead of time. But no, I couldn't have kept my seats. My seats, they would have, you'd have just had an opportunity. Let's say they went on sale on a Saturday. You could have got them Friday at 5:00, maybe a little bit. Same thing with concerts or whatever. Right. But it being so far away.
And it's a shot in the dark, too, because you don't know who's going to be playing. You might be watching Cape Verde and Haiti.
Correct.
And that would be cool.
That would be cool because, like you said, the atmosphere, they're jumping up. And, the whole time it's like their chants. And, it's crazy.
It's really cool.
It's awesome.
It's a great time. Mm-hmm. Here are my guests, my good friend Chad LaRose, the head basketball coach of the 3A state champion Manila Lady Lions. Man, I know it's been 3 months since that's happened, but have you come down from the high yet?
Yes, but you still like running into people saying, congratulations, good job, we were pulling for you, stuff like that.
Of course.
But like I've told a bunch of people is we played on a Friday, got home, had a little, like, coming home that night was crazy because right there towards the city line, the fire trucks and the cops picked us up, and then just people waiting on us, and that was awesome. And then recovered Saturday, had softball practice Sunday, and we had maybe a doubleheader on Monday, played Monday and Tuesday. So
you rolled right into it.
So we rolled right, and life didn't stop just because we won. So
right.
You hate that, but at the same time, you don't want to take it away from the spring sports. And the girls who ran track, the girls who played softball, they continued with what they were doing. We continued what we were doing. We got some free meals out of it.
Right.
we got a lot of stuff like that. But no, man. It's awesome. It's awesome.
No doubt. I've always said in life, good or bad, the world doesn't stop for anybody.
No,
even if something like
doesn't.
that, or if you lose somebody, you got to keep plugging. And in a situation like this, it's really cool to just keep plugging through life, but that you just did this awesome thing. And I watched every second of that game. In the gym at Hoxie. On my it fell right in my prep.
Oh,
and so
perfect.
I had it on the computer and I was cheering you guys on.
Well, if there's anything like when the boys went a few years ago, man, you was front and center, you was there, you was the biggest fan, so I know.
Well, that was in a weird period for me because I had just accepted the job at Waldron.
Correct.
But I had like 1 week left at Manila, and I wanted to show the people of Manila that I still loved them, and Wimberley, and I do. Like, it's just life goes on, and I was hooping and hollering right there. I was in there.
Oh, man,
there. You've seen the Hoxie gym. It's big, big gym. Mm-hmm. I'm in there by myself in my prep. And I'm like, yeah, baby, it's echoing and stuff.
Awesome.
And so
awesome.
I was super proud of you. And I think I texted you like the next day because I knew what that phone was going to be like.
It was. I think by the time the game was over 200 calls and texts combined.
That's what I was going to ask. That's nuts.
Day, I mean, it was up in the close to 500. So.
That's super cool.
It's good to know that a lot of people were still looking out and watching and keeping up and pulling for you. So
I haven't quite got to 500 after a win. I think, that first year as the head coach when we beat Osceola, you weren't here yet. Mm-hmm. I think it was something like 80 in the 80s. And then after the Liberty Bowl was in the 70s. So I've got some catching up to do.
Well,
I got to get me a ring.
It was kind of a big game.
It was a big deal.
It was a big deal. So, it was awesome. It was a great experience. Just that week in general, leading up to it and the week before was awesome.
That's awesome, man. I love it. Mm-hmm. At what point in the season did you think, man, hey, we can go get it done. We can go win a state championship?
Well, to be honest, I had a buddy tell me that when it's over, you're going to start looking back and you're going to realize when that happened.
Right.
I think for us, it was in the Paragould Pepsi shootout.
Mm-hmm.
We beat Jonesboro. Didn't really play that well, but then we came back, we won, and then we played Little Rock Christian.
Wow.
Has the girl that's going to Arkansas pretty good. We put in a defensive philosophy that day and how we were changing our press, and it looked good right off of the bat. Did our part versus them. Then now we lose the next game versus Lake Hamilton. We were down one of our starters.
Okay.
Very important starter, but the way that we continued to battle, and I think at that point we saw that, whether it be somebody's out injured, somebody's in foul trouble, sick, whatever it may be, that, somebody else is going to step up and play.
Exactly.
And then at that point, I think, we lose to PA in the finals of our tournament, which PA goes on to win the 4A state.
Nuts. That's so nuts.
But, I mean, it wasn't like it was a disappointing loss. We learned from it. And just knowing that we continue to learn through wins, continue to learn through losses. But, looking back, the way we handled that Paragould tournament, I think for me personally, that's when it started to turn, and the light bulb started to come on.
Right, and I look back at that, and now it kind of just turned a light bulb on in my head. That's when some tragedies happen around here, and I think your girls handling that adversity was probably a big point.
Right. And, as a coach, you never want to go through it.
Of course.
Anything. And, we're looking at how do we handle this? Do we continue to play? What do we do? And multiple girls called or texted, and they were like, Coach, let's play. Let's play for them. They would want us to play.
Right.
I know Brady's parents were like, the boys need to play. Brady would want them to play. So obviously kids handled it differently.
Right.
But the way our girls handled it, they played for them. They played their hearts out. They played their guts out. Every game from then on out, it was an emotional roller coaster at times.
No doubt.
You never know what popped in their head, or what got said that day, or what Facebook memory or whatever came up. But the way that they played for this community, the way they played for the families involved, oh man, it was awesome.
It was really special.
And so that's why I'm saying at that point, that was when that Paragould tournament was. So
right.
It definitely, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I've said that 100 times already.
Exactly.
But it was awesome.
Well, you can say things 100 times if that's, if that's the way it is. And it was. And on the basketball side of things, you're playing these elite teams. Huge schools. And so seeing that you can compete with those type of schools had to give you a little bit of confidence as a coach.
Oh, it is. And, I'm not just going to go schedule a win. Not that I say that, if you're on our schedule, it's a win. That's what I'm saying. But we try to bolster our non-conference and get in tournaments where the teams are going to be pretty stout. And
right.
I've named a few that we've had to go up against. But yes, and the way we competed against teams that went on and had successful runs, got to the semis, got to the finals, or even won it. I think that just only set us up for our run.
Right. And I tried to schedule the same way when I was a head football coach at non-conference. I wanted to play a bigger school that I knew that would show us kind of what we had for the playoffs for a more athletic team. I wanted to schedule maybe a really good competitive game, and then or two of those, so that we can maybe have a chance. And I'm not saying that the bigger school we weren't going to beat, because I scheduled Rivercrest one year and they were in 4A at the time, went on to the quarterfinals in 4A, and we were leading at the end of the first quarter. And so, but that's a great freaking a way to schedule as a coach, man. So you can really judge what you have, and you can make a lot of adjustments early on in the season.
Right. And, we have our parent meeting. So I let the parents know that obviously our job is to coach them up and win every game, but the way we schedule it, it may not work out that way. So the players know that, the parents know that, but I don't know. It's my job it's our job to make sure that they know how to handle adversity.
Exactly.
How are we going to handle it as coaches? We all do it right sometimes. Sometimes we may struggle a little bit, but when we play those teams that are good and then they take one of our turnovers or one of our mistakes and take advantage of it, then we've got to learn from that for the next time that happens.
Exactly.
Because basketball's so fast. There's so many emotions. So, if you want to have a bad emotion after a turnover, but the ball's going the other way, you don't have time to pout about it.
Right.
So,
I've definitely learned that as an assistant basketball coach. It's fast.
It's fast. And, girls basketball gets a bad rap every once in a while, or a lot, but we try to play fast. I call it controlled chaos at times, but
I love it.
No, we want to play fast, and it's energetic and it's fun. It's fun.
That's great. I want to go back to what you said about adversity, and I've said this 112 times on this podcast. What makes you a man or a woman as you move forward in life is how you handle adversity. If you handle adversity well, it's going to set you up for so much more success in the future. And in any walk of life, sports, family things, school, doesn't matter.
And, that's one of our big things as coaches is we've got to teach that to the kids. And, for us, it's a lot of times on the field, on the court, we may have a classroom. But yeah, and then sometimes the hardest part is leading by example. So, we may lose our cool, but I think the way that we handle when we lose our cool shows them that, hey, we're human. We can lose our cool, but, let's get it from where we lost our cool. And then, let's narrow it down because I mean, sports, I mean, like we already said, it's so emotional. Baseball, you may strike out 3 times, but you come up in the last inning with the man on third. All you got to do is put it in play and you win.
There you go.
You're the hero.
Exactly.
So, how did you stay in the game after those 3 strikeouts? And quarterback might throw 3 picks, but if he's got the ball on the last drive, is he still worried about those 3 picks? And then I think as coaches, you may have to take a kid out. You may have to let them know what they did wrong, but hey, son, hey, baby, we're going right back to you. I need you to, focus.
Get your mind right.
Get your mind right.
Lock it in.
I'm putting you right back in. Let's go. So, just the way you handle it, I think that says a lot because the kids feed off of that.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just, they see how you are.
And leading by example is
Lead
huge.
by example, yes.
I agree. Back to the state championship, man. I know, I know you could probably talk about it for years, but you've been at this coaching thing for a while. Is
be
to that
25?
25, man. That's awesome.
No, hey, I'm going to interrupt you. All this gray, not girls basketball. That's the estrogen ocean that we live in, or I live in. That's why I think I do so well coaching girls basketball. If so and so comes to the gym in a bad mood, I've seen it at the house. So
that's right.
I think I can handle things a little bit different than some people because I've seen every mood, every up and down already at the house, probably. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I love that, man.
Yeah.
If in 25 years, if you could pick a highlight of your career, is that it up until this point, that state championship?
Well, obviously that would be number one because as a coach, you go through so many, just so much.
Right.
There's those teams that had a chance. And then something might have happened. And that was like the year before. I really thought we should have won it the year before. I thought we were the only team that could have competed with Lamar the way we played defense. And to be honest, I outcoached myself in the game that we lost.
I've done that.
And it broke my heart. And, of course, my daughter was a senior that year.
Right.
The only senior. And sitting on that bus ride just by her the whole time back to the hotel was just tear after tear. But I learned from that. And then, like this year, I knew what we wanted to do. Now, we might have tweaked some things, but this is that group that, hey, let's just go play. Let's not try to change too much up.
Right.
We know this is going to be man, zone, or junk, and we know what to do against everything. So let's not try to overthink it. But yeah, it's definitely one of the highs, but I think your first ever win, boy, I can still remember it. The school I won at is no longer a school. The school we beat, no longer a school.
Wow.
So they both consolidated. It was Cord Charlotte. That's where I was at. We beat Mount Pleasant. So my first ever win, the first time I would set goals, 20 wins in a season, 25 wins in a season, 30. So anytime I would set a goal and reach it, that's pretty exciting.
Of course.
And then anytime, you're playing a team and, somebody gives them a ranking of 1, somebody gives them a ranking of this, and you go in and compete and battle and you win. I think those are all pretty special victories also.
Most definitely, no doubt. So take me through the LaRose time capsule of 25 years. When did you start coaching and give me your why? I ask every coach, what's your why? What made you want to become a coach?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't think, and not that I'm great at this, but I don't know how to do anything else. I don't hunt.
I'm with you, me either.
Fish. I don't know how to, I'm not a mechanic. I can't fix anything. If you've ever seen any well, it's usually my wife's, but if it's on mine, it's because she told me to post it. But if there's something wrong at the house, she's probably fixing it, and I'm taking the picture of her doing all the work and posting it. But no, I just love sports. I love competing. I love competition. Just the thrill of victory. What do you do? We've already talked about it. What do you do after a defeat?
Right.
Do you learn from it? Do you adjust? Was it just a bad game? So, I kind of felt like I knew that's what I was going to do from the get-go.
Right.
Just to stay around the games or just the game in general. But, yeah, it's kind of – I was limited on what I could do. Hunting, it's expensive. Fishing can get expensive, whatever. So I just stuck to sports. So that's kind of what I did.
I found myself in the same boat, just because I'm a competitor, even though, and I've said this a few times, being a Truman High School graduate, we were not very good at anything that I played, football, basketball, or baseball. But I was a competitor, man, and I love, love the game, all three. And I wanted to keep that competitive fire. And so, I think we're one and the same in that realm.
Oh, yeah.
Because, heck, I'm just as fiery as a coach as I was a player. And so that's what I kind of try to hang my hat on at times.
Right. And I mean, I remember you'd come running out before a game full speed and like jump in when they were breaking it down. I mean, I think the kids need to see that fiery spirit. And I'm not saying coaches who are calm and may sit down or, may not show some energy, they're not bad coaches. That's not what I'm saying. But,
right.
I think it's good that when the kids see that, like when we lose, it bothers me.
Of course.
And we go over it in a short amount of time after the game because, we're going to, and then we may talk about it for the next practice, but losing bothers me. And I don't ever want somebody to see that a loss is okay.
Right.
And that's kind of like giving in. You have a bad day at your job. Let's not quit.
Right.
Let's handle it. So I want them to see that, losing, you learn. I don't know who said it. You win. If you lose, you learn.
Yes, I've said that for years.
So let's learn from what we did. And I've had some great kids along the way.
Right.
25 years, you have some great kids, and I'd hope they'd all say, or most of them would say that they learned that from me.
I love that. Mm-hmm. That's great. So you've gotten to coach 2 of your 3 daughters so far. Mm-hmm. You talked about a lot of females in your household.
Yep.
Man, how much fun has that been?
Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome. I always knew I wanted to do it. Didn't know when or where the opportunity would be. And then when this opportunity came, just a godsend, just a blessing. School had to be perfect in the fact that it needed to have volleyball, needed to have softball, needed to have basketball.
Right.
And obviously a good community. Mm-hmm. We like it here. And I mean, I could say we love it here. Just the passion that the community has is awesome.
Right.
Football team may struggle, whatever may struggle, but man, if you go out there on a Thursday and a Friday night, the place is packed.
Right.
They want the kids to succeed. They want teams to win. But
of course.
But it was awesome. I got my oldest Jenna when we first moved here, 10th grade. That's when we just wanted to start the process of what I wanted to accomplish with this group. And then now my second one, Jordan, she's coming through and she got to taste and she got to be a part of,
Right.
I definitely don't want it to be the finale because I want to keep winning.
Exactly. Speaking of Jenna, real quick, does she work at 1812 here in town, the pizza
She
spot?
does.
Okay.
She came in for the summer. She did it last summer. She's doing it this summer. So she'll, as far as I know, she'll do it every time she gets to come in.
Quick sidebar, you might not know this. So last night, my little brother calls me. I'm just about to get in the shower. I had a long day yesterday, like mowed 2 yards, ran a mile, played 18 holes of golf, just sweating.
Typical Kmart day, right?
Yeah. Typical. But my little brother calls me. He works the power plant over in Dale. He's like, hey, they grilled the steaks tonight, but they're all gone. And so I don't have any food. I'm going to order a pizza. Can you bring it to me? I'm like, yeah, man, sure. And so I go over to 1812, pick it up, and I was flustered because I was talking to Coach Wallace, who used to coach volleyball here. She was in there eating, and your daughter brought me out the pizza, and I told her about you. Told Coach Wallace about you coming on the podcast, and your daughter was sitting right there. I didn't even realize it. So
no, you're good. You're good.
That's pretty funny.
No, she likes it. She stays busy. I think she's making money. She enjoys what she's doing. She's making some money, but yeah, no. They treat her well over there.
That's awesome.
Matt and his wife have helped her out, knowing that she's coming in for the summer, keeping her job available. So,
and where's she in college at?
She's at SAU, Southern Arkansas.
The Mule Riders.
Yep, Mule Rider. And she is in the veterinarian program.
Awesome. Didn't know that.
Yeah, she'll send videos and descriptions of what she's been doing. And it's like, I don't know if I could do that.
We could not pull that off.
I could not.
I've got a weak stomach, man.
Oh, very weak. I'm either puking or dry heaving or the smells. I don't know. Not me. I'm a very weak stomach.
Me too. I can't even scoop up my own dog's poop, man.
I'm just gonna mow over it. No,
get it all in the blades.
Yeah.
Fertilize the grass.
Oh yeah.
During my career, I've always watched other successful coaches very, very closely, from afar or closely. Guys like yourself, Coach Wimberly, Jared Bailey, Tom Sears, Mitchell Weber. I mean, guys that I've been in school districts with, and guys that I've maybe even competed against. And man, I've always seen that you're always so organized but energetic at the same time. It's a beautiful combination. And I've tried to, emulate that in ways. But my question is, was there a coach early on in your career that you kind of looked up to and wanted to emulate?
Oh, I mean, I needed somebody that was going to push me. I needed somebody that was going to challenge me. I needed somebody who wasn't going to let me take the easy route.
Of course.
Lucky enough to have those guys when I was in school. Our baseball coach, he pushed me. Our basketball coach, I mean, he was as old school as they come.
Right.
So, I like those coaches. I'm that guy who needs to be, motivated.
Right.
And there's times where I was motivated in some very, very serious ways, but it worked on me.
Right.
And I think as coaches, we can't always do that the same way with every kid.
Exactly.
I may have this girl or this boy, whoever you're coaching, who can take the hardest chewing and they're going to be okay. Exactly. And then the next one, they may not be. So you got to handle every kid differently. You got to handle it. So,
and I call that coaching with equity, not equality. If you're
True.
equal, not everybody's up here. True. You've got to get this kid here or this kid back down here. If that makes sense. And so I'm a big equity guy when it comes to coaching.
Oh yeah, and if you don't do that, you may lose one, and you don't. I don't ever want to lose a kid.
No, me either.
And I hate when somebody thinks that I was unfair to them. I was probably still in the process of learning how to handle that person. Some kids take a little bit longer. They're tough to read. They're tough to get sometimes. But yeah, no, I was that guy who. And then when I got to college, same way. The more I struggled, or if I struggled, it's because I thought that the coach wasn't maybe coming at me like I needed him to.
Right.
And he was trying. No, I want that coach that tells me. So
tells you how it is.
I needed that.
Right. So, That's really good, man. I love that point of view, man. I'm going to switch gears just a bit to get ready to wrap this thing up. Okay. Man, I know you're a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan. You're a season ticket holder.
Hey, for life.
For life.
We live there. Yeah, we didn't jump on the bandwagon because I'm also going to tell you I'm a Kansas City Royal fan.
Let's go.
That's my favorite. But
their baby blues are beautiful, by the way.
Sunday baby blues are awesome. But
as is the Cardinals.
People, they're like, oh, you just jumped on the bandwagon because no. My first game at Arrowhead Stadium was 1982.
Really?
Playing the San Diego Chargers. Dan Fouts and all them. So, I've always been Kansas City Chiefs, Kansas City Royals. The NBA team at the time were the Kansas City Kings.
Right.
So, that's what I grew up with. So
awesome.
It's hard for me to handle when somebody tells me, you jumped on the bandwagon. No, I don't.
You went through the tough times like the late 90s, 2000s, when they weren't that great.
No, they weren't. They didn't come on CBS, but maybe once a year. So, that's the one game I caught. But, now they're on all the time.
So, where did that fandom come from? Like, was it just where you were located? Was it...
Well, my dad ran McDonald's. He owned a few McDonald's along the way. And we lived in Parsons, Kansas. And
gotcha.
It was right there. We'd go to Royals games, the Chiefs. So we were right there. And then we actually moved a couple times. And the start of my 9th grade year, I lived in Blue Springs, Missouri, which is basically 10 minutes tops from the complex, Arrowhead and Kauffman Stadium. So that's when the Royals might have been winning 40 or 50 games a year. And, the economy was a little different, but we'd just go buy $5 bleacher tickets.
Oh, that's awesome.
Just be a Monday night, Tuesday night. Hey, you just want to go to the game? Look down. Oh, yeah, let's go. So just spend $10 and go watch good baseball.
You can't even get a high school ticket for $5 anymore.
No, it's 8 and 10,
right.
10 and 12. I don't know, but yeah, no. But my love for sports and just competing. Oh man, I just love watching people compete.
Man, that's awesome. What's the best Chiefs game you've seen in person? What's one that stands out
that I've seen in person?
In person.
Well, any Monday night football game, the atmosphere there is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you the one that I didn't see.
Okay.
All right. So the game against Buffalo, when there's like 9 scores in like 8 seconds, or just joking.
Unreal.
It was ridiculous. I mean, I just got put in quarantine for the 3rd or 4th time. I mean, I lived in that thing, and my assistant coach got to go. At the time, and he took one of my former players, and I said, "Listen, man, just go have a good time." And of course, we're watching it on TV, and I'm thinking, "Are you serious?" So I missed that. So of course, they're down, run the 2 plays, kick the field goal, then score. Score.
Right.
I mean, it was just crazy. And then of course they score first in overtime before they had the new overtime rule. But yeah, missing that one hurt. But they're all fun. Arrowhead is just crazy. It's got like true tailgates because it's a parking lot. It's not.
And Kaufman share a parking lot, correct?
Yes. Okay. So I mean, you're there with some of the best food you've ever eaten. Cornhole, people are throwing the football, just having a great time. But it's not where you have to drive up and you're parked on the 10th or 12th in a
garage the size of space the size of this room,
or just trying not to get a ticket on the side of the road, or so no, it is a good atmosphere.
That's awesome, man. Well, when we were coaching together, my final year at Manila, your first, which by the way, I wanted to make this point earlier. When you came into town, man, I was super excited. Like our energies matched, man, and man, we had some awesome dudes that year around the school, and so it was a blessing to me as well, the 1 year we got to spend together. And so I appreciate you in that manner. I really do.
Ditto. Very much. I loved your energy. Like I already said, man, I'd love before the game, you go, and the kids just try to match that energy.
That's right.
So awesome.
That's right. But we talked about my year that we spent, our year we spent together. Man, you got to go to a game with me. We haven't got to make that happen yet. Hey, I'm still down. I'm still down. I'm ready. So I've never been to a game at Arrowhead.
They're paid off for this year. I'm ready to go. They're in my wallet on my phone. So
I love that.
We're ready to go.
Let's go to one where it's like -6 degrees or something.
Oh, I will say this. I did have to sell those tickets too when there was like -20 and people were like just froze against the Dolphins or whatever. But yeah, no, it's just awesome. I'm down. I am down. And if I can't, you and your wife are more than welcome to go. She'll have just as much fun. Julie has fun. We've taken Jenna and Jordan. It's awesome.
Let's make it happen. I'm down. I'm so down. To finish this thing off, man, got the rapid fire session. Been doing this the last few episodes. Really like it, man.
Come on.
Quick thinking. So this is the rapid fire segment brought to you by Duck Club Golf Apparel, my little brother's
I saw that.
brand.
Awesome.
So he's the title sponsor of this segment.
Okay.
All right. Favorite athlete of all time?
Ooh, man, Don Mattingly.
Okay. Great answer. Give me your wow on that.
Donnie baseball. I thought he played the game the right way. Hustled. Ground ball to second. He still ran hard. Dove for balls.
Awesome.
Just Donnie baseball.
There you go. There you go.
Yep.
Great answer. Favorite venue that you have coached in?
Oh, I'm going to have to go Hot Springs. They're at the
state championship.
It's pretty good.
That is a good one.
Yeah. And then the Convocation Center, just that bigger. But I'll say this, the small high school gyms, boy, they get loud. That's fun.
Yes. Me and Mitchell Weber talked about that when I had him on, man.
Love it.
Like Cooter, Missouri, we played them in non-conference this year. It is tiny, and it's built in like the 20s, man. It gets loud in there.
I love those stadiums. Manila has, it's a new gym, but it's older,
Right.
But, it gets loud in there.
The metal walls up top, and it just reflects right back.
Right. Spent 7 years at Bay. Man, that's a small gym.
Yes, it is.
Same thing. Their community shows up, man. It's the small gyms are nice too. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Good answers. So I got to coach at the Convocation Center at the NEA tournament as an assistant this year, and man, that was a pretty cool moment. I played there in the NEA tournament when I was a junior. had 4 rebounds and missed 2 free throws, but I digress. But man, that's really cool, man.
But you got 4 rebounds, though.
I did. I did. My plus minus was pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, we could play against Rivercrest, Marquez, they were really good. But I digress.
But the floor is, you got to step up onto the floor. So when you do that, and then the lights just, they're different once you're on the floor.
For me, it was the depth perception.
Oh, gosh,
when I got to the free throw line, it looked like I was looking off of an aircraft carrier because the wall's so far back.
Yes, like a free throw looked 5 to 10 feet further.
Right.
Yes, I remember that.
Claimed them both.
A lot of air balls by people, or not you. I don't know. Did you?
I think one was like I bashed it off the backboard. The next one barely hit the front of the rim. But
yeah, no, the depth perception, it'll get you. So.
Yeah, every time. Favorite vacation spot other than Arrowhead or Kauffman Stadium?
Ooh, seems like we always go east.
Okay.
So we're beach people, but I do have family in New Orleans. Love New Orleans.
Didn't know that.
Love New Orleans. I have an aunt and cousins that live there, and so going down there free. I mean, the stay we get to stay with them, but man, just I don't know. I like New Orleans.
There you go.
Also been to Vegas.
I do love some Vegas.
I do. Now the dry heat's legit.
It is
hot.
legit.
It is hot.
Great story, man. Me and Wimberly went.
Yeah.
One year, and it was like this time of year. It was just horribly hot. We're going to walk to the Bellagio fountains at like 11 o'clock at night. And, man, I'm in jeans and cowboy boots like an idiot. And I look down at my phone, and it is dark. It's 11 o'clock. It's like 108 degrees. True temperature.
True. Oh, yeah. It's hot. It's hot, and you kind of don't sweat.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Kind of evaporates right off of it.
It's weird, but no, I like it there. Just the casinos, just their structure. But, we went to the Mob Museum.
Oh, I've never been there.
Oh, just to see how things were done. I mean, it's kind of gruesome, but
right.
At the same time, just to see how stuff like that. And then that Madame Tussauds wax people or whatever.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. So stuff like that. No, I like places, like that.
Vegas and New Orleans, baby. I love it. If you got invited to the Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift wedding at Madison Square Garden, what are you wearing? What's your outfit?
I've got like 3 total suits. One's a 3-piece suit, so that would be pretty. But now, I don't know. I think being a Chiefs fan, Kelce would be okay with me wearing, his jersey. My wife, Julie, she's got his jersey. Of course, I got the Mahomes one. So I think wearing Chiefs jerseys in that situation, because it's Madison Square Garden.
Exactly.
It's not like if I'm sitting up top, he's not going to see that I'm not in a suit. So
exactly.
I think if I'm getting invited to that, I may go like a football attire.
Good. I like that answer.
Yeah, I think so.
Jersey under a suit jacket.
Oh, yeah.
Cowboy hat, cowboy boots. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, yeah.
I like that answer. There you go. Just be a true fan.
Just be me.
We don't have to be anybody else.
No, we don't.
God only made one of us.
True that.
All right, man. Last question I got for you, since we're celebrating the 250th birthday of the United States of America. Your favorite moment in American history?
Oh, wow. I think there's 3 or 4 things that you can just say that are automatic.
Right.
But in the history, I'm going to go with, the cheesy thing would be when I married my wife. But it's true. Very, very awesome.
That's a big moment.
Very, very. The birth of your kids, I think. But let's just stay on the sports track. I think 1985, when the Royals, unfortunately, beat the Cardinals, and he might have been pulled off the bag. I don't know.
It's possible.
It's possible. Good thing there wasn't instant
replay.
Instant replay. That might have got overturned or whatever. But no, anytime, I think when you have success, that's awesome. But when you're sports teams, so being an Arkansas Razorback fan, it's kind of, we're still waiting for those moments.
Yes.
But here recently when the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, that's pretty cool. I have been to Talladega a few times.
Let's go.
I mean, watching the cars go by, that's as American as they get.
I did the Daytona 500.
Oh, man.
Oh, it was so sick.
Whether you like NASCAR or racing or anything, go to a venue like that, man. It's awesome. It's awesome. So that's American. But I'll be honest with you. Hanging out with friends and listening to good music,
That's good.
I mean, that's awesome. That's awesome.
You know, George Washington crossing the Delaware Christmas Eve. He'll get the red coats. That maybe like 8th on the list.
It may not be that high. No, I'm just kidding.
I love it. Man, I can't thank you enough for joining me. This has been so much fun. Man, I appreciate it. Well, you are too. Let's just be honest.
I'm just saying, not a lot of people would have taken this risk.
Well,
you went out on a limb, I guess you could say. And you've had people on, I think the fact that you came back to Manila, I like that. I like that a lot.
Thank you.
So I know this town meant a lot to you, but the fact that you're here and you're doing this and you've had some Manila people on, I think that says a lot about your character. But no, a lot of people wouldn't have taken this risk, but been done after 1 or 2 episodes, man. But you're doing awesome.
Well, you're 24, so I mean we're getting up there.
I know it. I'm not even disappointed. I wasn't in the top 20. No, it was awesome. You're doing great. I've caught a few episodes. I don't get to watch them all, and then
that's all right.
Coach Matheny, he'll come to the office and he'll be like, "Hey, he just had so and so on here," and we'll talk about it, and he'll play a few clips or something. But no, it's awesome,
man. Coming back and then having a few people from Manila on it. Every walk of life of mine is really important to me. I mean, whether it's high school, my college days, coaching at Manila, going to Waldron was important, coaching at Arkansas, where I'm at now. It all leads up, right? It's all so calculated. And so I want to show appreciation to every single walk of my life.
Oh, no. Yeah. It what makes you who you are.
Exactly.
You can't.
Exactly. 4th of July plans. What you got for the rest of the day and tomorrow?
Yeah, I've got kids.
That's right.
So we leave tomorrow morning to head to Panama City.
Let's go.
Our youngest is in a softball tournament.
So, yeah.
We're going to stop halfway in Birmingham.
There you go.
I assume they'll probably have a fireworks show. Hopefully we can see it from wherever we're staying, and then we'll wake up, head on to Panama City on Sunday. So
softball it up, man.
Softballing it up.
Well, man, I'll let you go so you can get some rest. I can't thank you enough, man, for what you've done for me, for what you've done for so many people, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Episode 24. We'll see you next time.